Abet Laminati is an Italian manufacturer of high-pressure plastic laminates, and its real purpose, its raison d'etre, is to not have plastic laminate try to attempt to be other materials such as stone and wood, although we have that in our battery and galaxy of products, but really to bring an introduction of new colors and new patterns that haven't been seen and cannot be found in other material sources. Now that's Abet Laminati as a world scope. Now in North America, Abet Laminati has attempted to do something yet different. We're the North American branch of this worldwide network. Our purpose is to look at what the design community has been using for who knows how many years, find out what the obstacles are to not using more, and then solve those problems. Let me give you one example. For years, we've been using wood grain plastic laminates in this country, and yet the grain has always run one direction, which is the full length of the sheet. What Abet Laminati has found is by turning the grain sideways, having a so-called cross grain, that now a designer is able to go as long as 10 feet without having any seams. This is a solution for the designer, and of course, it's good for us. The same kind of thinking is that which impels us to have translucent laminates, glow-in-the-dark laminates, magnetic laminates, dry erasable marker board. All of these innovations that people would consider innovations are really attempts to solve the key question: why would a designer have a limitation in using plastic laminate? That's really what we've been trying to do, and we've been doing it, and we're so grateful to the design community. But we've been at this since 1990 in North America and since 1957 worldwide. How we come up with the patterns and colors that we do is not in the typical way. What's typically done is the manufacturers of, say, paper go around and sort of make sales calls on laminate manufacturers and say, here's what we have, pick some of these. We don't really do that. We do sort of a backwards approach that works much more effectively for our clientele. We will go to a designer such as Alessandro Mendini, Michele De Lucchi, Paolo Navone, Ettore Sozzas. We will take these designers and say, here's a fresh palette, just create. They then intuitively know as designers what sorts of things they want. They understand those sorts of trends and pulses in the marketplace, and they create for us. We then see what the designers create, and then we say, there you go. Now that's something we're going to want to incorporate into our line. So rather than being the, shall I say, victim of a sales pitch, we're actually the response to a designer's impulse. Some of the things that we're introducing just now are maybe a little bit edgy for the North American market, but we're going to take our best shot. For example, we have a fusion product that we call the Silver Collection. By that I mean we're going to take a thermoplastic that has been printed on the back side and then laminate that to a metal which has itself a phenolic backing. Now I say fusion because thermoplastic producers and laminate producers don't normally come together. In fact, we often compete. But what we've done is taken a thermoplastic, printed it, put it on the laminate, and we've bringing together a product that we call silver that appears to be 3D. It appears to be highly textured. When you feel it, however, it's just perfectly flat. What that means is you can clean it easily, and it's applicable for a lot of applications where a texture might be something that would collect dirt or wouldn't be appropriate. And that's just one example. One of the others that we're finding very popular is something called our microline wood grains. Now in that collection, we have wood grains, but not just the wood grain. We've imprinted a finish onto that gives the same sense of the grain that you see visually. So you have not only the visual sensation of a wood grain, but also the tactile sensation of a wood grain. And that really dials up the appeal, especially to the design community. In fact, it's now the designer that can create. What we offer is something called digital imaging. So now, whatever you think the hottest thing is, that's our new laminate. You then bring to us an image in a computer generation such as a JPEG or a TIFF file, something that you think you want to see imprinted as a laminate. We will take that image, expand it, contract it, paste it visually, however you want, and we then give that back to you. So we cannot be outdone in what's hot, because whatever in your mind you think is hot, we'll make it for you.